Hi and welcome to another episode of Roettgen Braai Master. Today we're making Saumagen with Bratkartoffeln. And what that is, and why it's actually delicious, and who has already eaten it, and what you need for it, and all these things I'm going to show you in this episode. And this is what we need for today. Now for the Bratkartoffeln or fried potatoes, you obviously need some potatoes, you need some bacon, you need some shallots, you need some oil, you need 2 little rolls that I like to use with it, and you need the Saumagen. Now Saumagen, or pig stomach as it is translated, obviously sounds worse in English than it sounds in German. Now don't you worry, the stuffing of the Saumagen is actually not what the pig has eaten, okay? But it's pork meat, it's potatoes, it's different kind of herbs. Where I come from in Rhine-palatinate, almost every family has their own recipe, and it's really guarded like a government secret. Now, in the older times, what they would do is they would take the casing or the lining of the pig stomach, wash it out, clean it, and then stuff it, and that's where the Saumagen actually comes from. Now I've already told you that there have been other people that have eaten it, so besides myself and my family, obviously half of Germany has eaten it, but also heads of state. So when Helmut Kohl was Bundeskanzler, so before Merkel was Bundeskanzler, we had Maggie Thatcher here, we had Gorbachev here, we had loads of heads of state here that were treated to this delicacy. And now I'm going to show you what we can do with it. Right, with the potatoes very quickly, they are raw and I'm not going to cook them prior, but we're going to peel them quickly and then we're going to cut them into very thin slices and then we're going to fry them up outside in my cast iron skillet. Now that the potatoes are peeled, we're going to cut them in thin little strips, and obviously the thinner you go, the crispier they'll get. So I recommend a thickness of about 2 to 3 millimeters. I think that just makes it perfect, but obviously you can go thicker than this, you can go thinner than this. This is entirely up to you. Now we're going to do the same with the shallots, and because it's quite a hearty dish, you don't have to go too fine on it. You can just give them a rough chop, and then they will just be absolutely lovely, and they will render down together with the potatoes as well as the bacon. Already, let's barbecue. The barbecue is nice and hot and we're going to start off with the bacon in the cast iron skillet. So all we need is a little bit of oil, not too much, because obviously the bacon will give us quite a bit of fat to work with. I'm just going to put that in and fry up the bacon a little bit. Once the bacon has rendered some of the fat, we're going to take it off and put it in another pan, and it's on very low heat, so just to keep it warm, and for it to fry a little bit more. Alright. Next thing, we add a little bit more oil, and don't you worry about the bacon bits that are in there, they will turn nice and crispy. And then we're going to take the potatoes and throw them in and fry them a little bit. And because they're so thin, they shouldn't take long. Whilst the potatoes are doing their thing, we're going to add the shallots to the bacon. And let that cook for a little while until they're nice and soft. Once the potatoes have started to get some color, we're going to take care of the Saumagen. So a little bit of oil, and then put them on. Hot. And we give them a bit of a fry. A couple of minutes later, we're going to give them a flip. Getting some nice color. Stir the potatoes a little bit, don't forget them. You don't want them to get too dark, but they're going in the right direction, so it's absolutely lovely. Maybe I'll put them back on this as well, just towards the end to give them a nice finish, but we'll see how they turn out in the pan. A couple of minutes later I have decided to put the Bratkartoffeln onto the griddle. The Saumagen is ready, so we're going to plate up now. Right, the rolls are ready, and then a little bit of mustard onto the rolls, both sides. On with the Saumagen. And we're ready to eat. Now I would say that's quite a hearty lunch, and that's how we love it from Rhine-Palatinate. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little video about the Saumagen and the Bratkartoffeln. Now if you did, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. And please head over to the subscribe button for more great videos to come. And we hope to see you soon at Roettgen Braai Master.